12 Days of Plays. Yes, that worked perfectly.
Welcome back, sports fans, to a very exciting weekend event of the season. And we're back.
I'm playing also.
We did it in one, huh? Perfect open.
Oh, there's a pile of stuff. Did you just drop all this?
Yeah, that was
just
when we first got here.
Treasures.
We both just piled a bunch of shit over there.
It's actually been like a week.
1 week
since our last. Oh, monsters. Oh,
yeah. Do you remember the
my
game?
character?
Do you remember this one? Do you remember when we were doing this one before? Sort of thing we were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should talk about me. I've been weirdly congested for a couple days, and I don't like it. I
didn't.
Be over.
If I'm being honest with you,
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that you sounded congested until milliseconds before you announced it.
I can like feel some phlegm in the back of my throat right now, so that's probably it.
Like you just sound a little extra congested right now, and
Yeah.
and I didn't notice it before.
I've just had a like stuffy nose for a couple days.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
And it's nothing. Like, I don't even actually feel sick, which no, what are you trying to kill me with that? It's just an aspect of a thing I'm living with.
Wait. Can you get this?
The bomb you just lit?
Oh, I'm trying to trick you and you saw
You fucking monster.
I'm just trying to make this fun, you know?
I do prefer playing games where, like, I explore everywhere before I actually go on, like, the critical path.
Uh-huh.
But I've not been doing it intentionally for this one. I mean, like, I keep... You... Animal.
was
You
that?
fucking...
Oh, I
you
died.
blew us
Jesus.
up. That is exactly what happened.
Was there a bomb there that I
Yeah.
triggered? Oh, I didn't even notice it. I was just attacking.
Clearly.
A square button.
But I keep sending us on the wrong route on accident.
Oh.
But
I'm just
that's what I
following you.
want to happen, you know? I want to explore everything, so I find all the shit. So I'm wondering if I have, like, residual memories of this in my brain from, like, 10 years ago that are somehow informing me now.
I'm sure that's true. This is
possible.
fun, and I know for sure that we've talked about this one. Ooh, treasures. That we've talked about this on the show before.
Uh-huh.
And I'm enjoying this very much. It's not like a I would rather be playing thing.
Oh, no.
But playing this makes me desperately to want to play X-Men Legends.
Is that
Oh.
anything? Is that a game similar to this?
Yeah, it's like...
Have I played that? Did we talk about this?
Yeah, we've talked about this, and you've never made any indication that you didn't know what it was.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
was-
not remembering
it was like,
right now.
yeah, it was like an...
Wait, will you see what happens if you own this hole?
Yeah. Nothing.
I can't. I thought I was going to when I was up here. Nah. Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's like a Marvel Universe dungeon crawler. It's fantastic.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and I just remembered it wrong.
I think it was PlayStation 1.
You want to go that way?
I think...
No,
you're
you-
tricking me.
Animal.
So I want to ask you a question,
Okay.
because you were very excited to discuss Netflix,
Yes.
and then it never came up again. Like, you texted me, I need to complain about Netflix. And
Yeah.
I didn't ask.
I'm mad about Netflix.
I like
Well, I'm not
deliberately
mad.
didn't inquire because I wanted to save the discussion for right now, and then you haven't brought it up, so I'm...
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm about to die.
Well, I think in my brain... Oh, well, those guys are pretty tough, huh? Oh,
Why am I
jeez,
trying
Why do you
to-
keep making bombs?
Why?
Why are you like that? Yeah, and I didn't know what we were going to be playing, so I was hoping it was going to be you playing Final Fantasy, and I could just complain about Netflix on the side.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because it's going to take some brain thought, and it's not that I want to... The word I used was whine, because it's not like I'm trying to like be critical of Netflix.
Okay.
It's just a thing that's come to bother me lately. Yeah, go ahead and blow them all up. In that, watching a couple episodes of a Netflix show. Where are you going? Where are you off to?
I thought I saw a thing, but it was just stuff on the floor.
So you're gonna be in charge for a little while. So I can think good. Okay. I can engage my brain a little bit on something else other than the game. Oh, hey guys. Is that Netflix shows, in particular their live action shows, was what I was watching when I had this thought. Have a weird narrative where they're not really episodes. Episodes could end at pretty much any point. Every scene is just standalone, its own thing.
Yeah.
And episodes as a whole just kind of feel like they are just a bunch of individual scenes that end at 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then the next episode happens whenever, and that's because they're expecting you to just binge the whole thing.
Right. They're not meant to, like, leave you hanging.
Yeah. And so it makes it weird when you're watching stuff because it makes it hard to know when, like, I want to take a break.
I constantly, anytime I'm watching any show on Netflix, I am in a constant state of feeling like the episode is about to end.
Yeah, and because of that, like, I always feel like I'm on the edge of my seat, and there's not a lot of quiet time. There's not time to, like, you know, just kind of chill out with these characters, chill out in this world. It's always like, no, you tried to kill me. You're a monster.
No,
Jeez. Getting off to this.
Go on.
Oh, this is mine. So yeah, like, compared to, like, watching a series, oh, these guys are making bombs. That's what's fucking happening. Those little small guys become
I
bombs.
did those two over here.
Jesus, Preston, you're gonna kill me. And so it really, I've noticed it watching a lot of shows, but I was watching Sabrina at the time, where just like, I was enjoying the show, but at no point could I feel like I could just like sit and relax and enjoy what was going on. I was always like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? I need to be like hyper aware of everything. They are just bombs, you have to kill them fast, otherwise they blow up.
Oh, those little guys? Oh, you've been blaming me for the bombs the whole time.
Well, I truly believe it's at least 50-50.
Okay, pull back.
Yeah, I need to stop playing like a melee user. Oh, there's someone behind us. Where the fuck did they come from? I tried to block and didn't have any blocking. And then the other thing I want to complain
I
about,
have to remember to block also.
and I have to be careful what I say because it's specifically about Season 2 of Castlevania. Have you watched Season 2 of Castlevania yet? You have? The whole thing?
Uh-huh.
I have not watched the whole thing, so don't tell me what happens.
Okay.
But something that was bothering me, as long as I'm complaining about Netflix, is that the first season was supposed to be a movie. Netflix bought it and cut it up into 4 episodes. Fine. With the second episode, or second season rather, they're trying to like expand the lore a lot more. And like bring in a lot of side characters that I just couldn't care about. And so they're spending a lot of time on whatever that one vampires subplot to like overthrow Dracula. Meanwhile, our 3 main characters we spend the entire first season with are just hanging out underground somewhere.
Yeah.
And we get like a couple minutes with them just like flipping through pages and being snarky at each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have given them more time to like actually have human relationships instead of just like, yeah, you guys are on a team now because you literally have to be on a team.
Well, they've made...
Can we go the other way real quick?
Yeah.
Well, maybe this is a dead end. Let's get to another big room, and then I'll decide where I want us to go. And it's like, it's fine bringing in more characters, but none of them feel interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel no attachment, literally no attachment to these new people.
I was excited about her, and her name is escaping me right now. Because she is a pre-established Castlevania character.
Yeah, we should go the other way real quick. I'm sorry.
And I was like, oh, sweet. This is not a character that usually gets a lot of play. When
Okay.
people talk about Castlevania. It's like neat that they've included her. But I agree. Like, I mean, they're trying to like. How far along are you?
I was kind of falling asleep, so I'm gonna rewatch the episode. But they'd just gotten to.
Oops.
They just busted into Dracula's castle. Our heroes just got to his castle.
Okay, so you're most of the way through.
Yeah. I think I've got like 2 or 3 episodes
So they
left.
worked really hard to like establish her as like the real big bad of the season. And like I get that, but I totally agree that they kind of like they bury their lead a little bit
Yeah.
because the 3 protags like spend so much time just like camping.
Yeah. Oh fuck! There's a bomb.
Yep.
I was trying to open a chest. And there was a bomb.
It's cool. I definitely agree with that.
And I also feel like the art style or the art quality is all over the fucking place.
That's not something that's normally on my radar, so I didn't notice it. But I think I got the impression they kind of relied a little bit more on computer imaging a little bit in this season.
Yeah.
Like, there's more like computer generated effects that I noticed this time
Yeah.
than just like hand drawn stuff.
There's just a lot of lazy things, and a lot of the character design, particularly with just like the faceless villains group,
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of the shit they did with Voltron that kind of got me out of that series, where it just feels lazy.
Yeah.
And just like copy paste the same character over and over again, which is not saying they all have to be individual. I get that, like, you know, we need henchmen for a reason, otherwise you're going to spend forever animating
Yeah.
unique characters that are going to have like seconds of screen time. But just all of their design is so reminiscent of shit in Voltron
Oh.
that are just like, eh.
Like Netflix Voltron?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which, like, similarly, I really enjoyed the first season of that. And then the second season, they just immediately, like, took away all the stakes they'd built up to on that
man.
one. Yeah, I'll go get you. I'll go pick you up.
What keeps happening to me?
We keep playing like we're not magic users.
Because I only get like 6 shots off, and then I have to wait a fucking half hour for my mana to refill.
Do you have mana potions?
I don't want to just use them all.
Alright.
You know, so I'm trying to like balance out like using my melee attacks as like a plan B, but I always
Okay.
have to use them.
Maybe use some of the potions that you have as like a
I
throwing
guess
option.
I'm just. I guess I keep like picking them up,
Oops,
so I may as
don't
well.
need to save. Sorry. What'd you knock over?
I don't know.
Something on the backside, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. So, but like, so that I'm glad that you brought that up, and because I don't want to move too far away from the point that you were trying to make about Netflix in general. Mm-hmm. But like, how aside from what you've already said, like, how are you feeling about Castlevania season 2? Because I really wanted to talk about it, but I didn't know if you'd seen it yet.
I really need to rewatch the last couple episodes because I was like,
You really zoned out.
I was trying to watch it, but I was like literally falling asleep for minutes on end. And usually, if I do that, I'll just turn something off and go to bed.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just for some reason wanted to keep the party going. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't. I'll probably feel differently about it once everything resolves because I do like the animation they're doing for the fight scenes. Those are gorgeous, and I feel like that's where they're spending pretty much all their time
Yeah.
in the animation studio. Oh shit. But I don't like that our main party was just kind of camping and we didn't get to see any development from them really.
Yeah.
So like
It's subtle.
when Alucard and Trevor finally put their bullshit aside, it feels like forced and just convenient. All right, we can go down over here.
Yeah, like they didn't really like have an opportunity like to develop. They just kind of were like being like dudes at each other until
Yeah.
there it is. Until Sypha was like, "Hey, stop that," and they were like, "Oh, Sypha's right.
Yeah.
Let's just stop."
Let's maybe stop our stupid bullshit and go ahead and save the world
Yeah,
if we can be bothered to.
yeah. I think I felt like there were a lot more opportunities for flaws. Mm-hmm. So I see the flaws, but it like kind of like they had less weight with me than the flaws that the first season had. Mm-hmm. I think just because there was like more content.
Oh, maybe I want that
But
bow.
I liked this season a lot more.
Really? Than the first one?
Yeah. I am glad that my one problem was how boring I found Trevor, and they fixed that to me.
Yeah.
I found him a lot less like
You will be avenged.
a lot
These
more
guys are a lot fucking tougher than
dead
the guys
again.
upstairs.
Jesus Christ.
They
yeah.
leveled up the bad guys
Yeah,
for
they did.
surezies.
Oh, my dead body's just hanging out.
Yeah. We can do some inventory here real quick, maybe. You got
Okay,
tougher
yeah.
stuff? I also want to see your bow.
Oops. Yeah, I just found Trevor a lot more enjoyable this time. Bows, I've got 3 of them and some arrows
shit.
for you. I've got that one.
I got something better.
Okay. I'm going to save it so I can sell it. I got that one.
I'm still better.
Cool. And that.
Cool. Thanks for letting me check.
All right, yeah, no problem.
For once, me saying mine was better wasn't me trying to be shitty. I was just trying to expedite our process.
Nothing here for me to improve on. Oh, I've got fucking hell of armor, though. What am I looking at?
You can't do sharp weapons, can you?
No.
Bummer.
This is 41 pass and pass.
Get a way fucking buffer.
How am I just not
Yeah,
picking
good
up
weapon.
like better equipment ever?
Oh wait, no.
They want me to spend
God damn
money
it.
on it. That's why. At least I've got all this.
That's
shit
kind of
to
what it
sell.
feels like, but it didn't seem like there was anything really good last time we were there.
Such a huge capacity. Oh, but I'm almost at my max weight.
How's your hat?
Oof. It's that much.
19?
Yeah.
Can you wear regular helmets?
I think so.
Here, I'll drop this one for you.
Okay, I'll take it.
Bloop.
I'll take it gladly.
Get on pants, get on shield.
Yeah, I liked it. The one thing I didn't like, I was excited for Peter Stormare to be in the cast because I enjoy him, but I felt like his character is really like shoehorned into the plot.
Which character?
He's the vampire who's like kind of a barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, like all the stuff with the Vampire Council to me was just like,
Yeah, underutilized.
They're
I
just
feel
trying
like.
to create tension, and like it feels super,
None of it felt
like,
sincere.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't like huge on that. I kind of liked the stuff
Let's check
with
this
his
smaller real
like
quick.
human assistance,
Yeah.
I kinda
wanted
dig
to like
that.
them more.
and one of the games is kind of about that too. Like, I feel like that's inspired by the plot of one of the games.
Okay.
Because there's a game where he has like, where Dracula has these like two, like, subordinates who
Okay.
you don't really encounter in
Oh my god, these guys are so fucking buff right now.
the previous games. They just kind of like retcon them into the lore, and they end up fighting with each other.
Okay.
And like you play as one of them, and the other one is like the antagonist of the game or something. But they're like, oh, they were together during like Castlevania 3 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then
Any more room?
it's one of the more recent games. Almost dead again. Do I have health? Oh yeah, okay.
Do you want to take a quick trip to our friends at the Plane of Tranquility?
Yeah, I guess we may as well.
Cool, yeah. I want to get some shit.
Yeah, I guess I could stay to sell off some stuff because I'm
That's not
almost
what
at
I wanted.
capacity. Yeah, I don't know if I have much more to say about it until you finish it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like I said, the fight scenes are gorgeous, but there's so many times where it's just like, it got me a lot when they were like going down some stairs, and it's seriously just like a still image where just the mouths are moving, and they're just sliding it up and down to make it look like they're walking.
Oh yeah.
What may
But
our
it's just
traders
like
provide
shit like that
will aid you
rips
in
me
your
out of the
quest?
Oh, there's like
out of the world.
little like cost cutting
yeah
like tactics that you can use to like put your money elsewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like super obvious.
yeah, and it ugh. With Netflix, especially like because I watched the same shit happen with Voltron.
Do you want these arrows?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I watched like a lot of this similar shit happen with Voltron, where it's just like, what was my thought? Oh,
Is that of
it
use
just
to you?
starts feeling cheap, and it's like it's clear that they're trying to
No, you don't want that.
they're trying to rush it out. No, I'm good. They're trying to rush it out to like be able to have a new season every year, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's starting to show. It's starting to tear apart at the seams a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Where the shortcuts they take to make their production cycle so fast, I feel like are becoming more noticeable.
I'm kind of surprised because they took like extra time with Castlevania. Like, it was a year and a half, almost, like, since the first season,
Yeah.
and not that many more episodes. I mean, it was almost, I think, twice as many episodes. But I don't know, like, if maybe it was just a budget thing, like they didn't know if they were going to be able to like pull like the money for it.
I mean, like 1 year to like write a full season, animate a full season, and like get all the voices for it isn't really a lot of time, really.
Right.
I don't actually specifically know
But,
what
like-
the production cycle should be,
But there are
it's
so
usually-
many other like animated serials that do just fine on a yearly cycle.
like what?
Like all like
Sorry, I'm
American
reading.
television. Do you think they rely a little bit more on like using like just kind of stock animations and
Yeah.
stuff like that? Whereas like when you're doing like an anime, it's a lot more like unique hand drawn stuff. Do they typically, I don't know if
I
you
mean,
know this, but
it's fine for them to do it. They can do it on a year production cycle.
yeah,
I think they're just stretching themselves thin with like,
other stuff.
yeah, a lot of other animated things, so they can't take the time to like, oh, we have to go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back. I think we have to go to this one.
But like they have a do they not have like a unique team that's working on this
Plane of Innovation.
on Castlevania?
I don't personally know for sure.
Because their credits are all like it's all like produced and created and written by Americans, but all the animated names are Asian.
I don't know for sure. That probably means they're outsourcing some animation overseas where it's cheaper.
Right.
Which,
So I guess that doesn't really imply.
is this where we want to be? Yeah, we just have to go through shit again.
Do we
Damn it.
really? We have to go all the way?
I think.
Oh yeah, jeez. Oh, I guess that's fine. Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, follow me.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see the giant arrow. So I don't know. I guess I mean I'm not trying to nitpick the show for whatever flaws it has, but some of it seems like it could have been avoided,
Yeah.
and some of it is just kind of like growing pains.
Make the smaller, I
Or,
guess.
like, you know, because they didn't go into it expecting it to be longer,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it was, so they had to be like, oh, well, how can we like capture the same like finite energy into something that's like essentially infinite. I just picked up arrows and I don't need them. Drop. Just pick stuff up.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's why I started the thought with
No.
season 1 was a movie. It was
Yeah.
written as a movie that they
Right.
chopped into 4 parts.
Well, it's kind of like The Sims. Did you ever watch Heroes?
I watched, I think, the first season.
Yeah. Well, it's they kind of have the same problem with that because they originally intended for Heroes to just be one season.
Okay.
Like, it was just going to be like a mini series or whatever.
Okay.
And then like halfway through, the network was like, "Oh shit! Like everyone loves this,"
Wait, you're making us money.
so they had to like rewrite the ending and then start stretching it into like a regular show
Yeah.
and like retconning stuff that could be drawn out, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
investing in characters that you thought were done.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's kind of what it feels like.
bringing
Is,
people back from the dead and stuff like that. But then the writer's strike happened, so all of that fell apart, and it was
Oh,
kinda
shit.
like they were doomed from the beginning. But the first season's incredible. It's like nearly perfect.
yeah.
And then because they suddenly were like, "Oh wait, now we're gonna make this more."
Yeah, and for me, it feels a lot like they're kind of building the plane beneath their feet as they're going.
Totally.
Where, like, I feel like season 1 leaves off on, it would make so much sense if we just spent time with our main heroes
Yeah.
and just really got to dial in on them as they're, like, you know, kind of traveling and tracking down Dracula. But then that vampire council just feels forced in just to, like, bring in the conflict of bringing in the other vampire that ends up, like, manipulating the 2 human dudes.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad that we can't remember their name.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna pause our conversation so I can tend to dinner, and because we're at time,
Tight.
we can keep talking about this. I also want to talk about Sabrina.
Yeah.
All right, bye everybody.